Hello students, I am Bindu. Hope you are doing well. In the previous topic, you had learned about the Industrial Revolution that paved the way for a massive social change in Europe. The changes in Europe, especially in Britain, impacted other countries that were colonized by the Europeans. The social changes affected the working class and the poor in many ways. Let us talk about the effects of industrialization and how the poor reached to it. Today, in Social Studies, class 9th, we are going to learn about the social protest movement. Learning outcomes. You will be able to learn about the impact of industrialization, people affected by the social change, impact of French Revolution, early workers' movement in England, Corn Law, Luddism. Keywords: peasant, a poor smallholder or agricultural laborer of low social status. Fraternity, friendship and mutual support within a group. Capitalist, a person who uses their wealth to invest in trade and industry for profit by the principles of capitalism. Confined, of a space, restricted in area or volume. Socialism, an economic, political and social system based on the belief that all people are equal and should share equally in a country's money. Radical, a person who favors extreme or fundamental change in existing institutions or political, social or economic conditions. Let us check the concept map. Let us talk about the effects of industrialization and how the poor reacted to it. Impacts of the Industrial Revolution. Industrialization and the emergence of nation states changed the lives of people in very basic ways. It changed the way people worked, their accesses to necessities of life and dignity, their relationship with their work and its products, their families and their neighborhood. For many people, especially the poor peasants, craftspersons, and industrial workers. It brought an end to a dignified and secure life. They were now forced to work in factories with hundreds and thousands of other workers under the control of unsympathetic foremen and managers. The wages were very low and the work was not permanent. This created a lot of dissatisfaction and unhappiness among the people. The French Revolution, 1789 to 94 CE, sparked mass protests and democratic institutions and reduced war difficulties by controlling necessities like bread prices, fostering movements for liberty, equality, and fraternity. Industrialization also deeply troubled artists and intellectuals. Human values associated with agricultural or craft production and the community life of villages were lost. The focus was on reason, science and technology rather than feelings and emotions. The impact of large-scale industrialization and poverty of the working people left a deep mark on the minds of the people. Industrialization led to new social groups inspired by the French Revolution and socialism. Workers realized their power and realized that if united, they could even bring the economy to a standstill. Women demanded equal status and joined social movements like socialism and democratic nationalism for their rights. Early workers' movements in England. Let's look at some of the early workers' movements and understand how they influenced the course of the modern world. In England, political protests against the cruel working conditions in factories were increasing. The working population was demanding the right to vote. The government tried to repress them. They made new laws that denied people the right to protest. From 1792 to 1815, England's war with France disrupted trade, forced factories to close, and unemployment increased. In 1795, Parliament passed Combination Acts, making it illegal to incite hatred or contempt of the king. Constitution or government and banning public meetings of over 50 people. Even then, protests against old corruption continued. The term old corruption was used for the privileges that the monarchy and parliament had. Members of parliament and other wealthy people opposed voting rights for the working population and supported Corn Laws, preventing cheaper food imports until Britain's prices rose. Workers protested in towns and factories, leading to bread riots in the 1790s. The bread was a staple for the poor, and people seized large stocks to sell at affordable prices. Particularly in 1795 and continued until the 1840s. A process known as enclosure in the 1770s merged small farms, affecting poor rural families. Machines in the cotton industry displaced handloom weavers, causing poverty due to slow work compared to machines. In the 1790s, weavers demanded a legal minimum wage but were refused. They went on strike and destroyed power looms, shearing frames, and threshing machines. In 1830, fearing that the machines would take away their job, rioters destroyed machines, leading to 9 hanged and 450 sent to Australia as convicts. Luddism. The protest movement known as Luddism. 1811 to 17 was led by the charismatic General Ned Ludd. The Luddites demanded a minimum wage, control over labor, and work for those who lost jobs due to the machinery while continuing with their assault on machines. Workers demanded trade union rights to legally present demands, but lacked a powerful union. They threatened factory owners, resulting in negotiations and improved working conditions. Workers and middle-class individuals viewed machines as unnecessary and believed they threatened their livelihoods, leading to widespread social support for protest. With radical workers working spontaneously and secret organizations coordinated. So, in this video, You have seen impact of industrialization, people affected by the social change, impact of French Revolution, early workers' movement in England, Corn Law, Luddism,